Hey guys, welcome back to the Fool Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. Just wanted to give you some of my foolish thoughts after Michigan's 91-60 victory over the Pittsburgh Panthers out of the ACC. Gotta say, this game started out really fun and entertaining. The first four-ish minutes were just pretty much free flow, back and forth offense, hitting shots, good rhythm, good action. Only one foul called, so it was a really good start to the game. Pitt got out to, I think, an 8-2 run, something like that to start the game, but Michigan got a couple shots back and, played some better defense, and it was pretty nip and tuck for the first, 8-ish minutes of the game. I think it was, 19-18 at one point, pretty tight. And then Michigan started, hitting some shots, getting some stops. They never really got out to a big lead. I mean, right at the end of the first half, it got down to 30. The lead got to 38-28, and you're really hoping it was about 3-4 minutes to go in the half, and you're really hoping Michigan could, get some shots, really build the lead, get 15, maybe 20-point lead at half. And instead, they just went ice cold. I think they missed their last 6 or 7 shots of the half. And that was even with the starters back on the floor. There was really no significant foul trouble in the first half. Michigan was called for 6 fouls. They didn't get called for one under 8 minutes. And Pittsburgh had only 5 fouls. So it was a pretty good flowing game. A couple observations from the first half is Michigan was getting good shots, but not hitting them. They were 2 of 11 on threes in the first half. Now, a couple of those are ill-advised shots when you have Llewellyn and Doug McDaniel taking open 3-point shots, but in the first 5 seconds of a possession, it's you probably can get those in the last half of the possession, right? Let's see if you can get something easier. Obviously, if you hit the shot, great, you don't really care, but you make the defense, pay for leaving you wide open. But maybe there's a reason when you're the point guard that you're wide open. Again, the deep shot's not really there for McDaniel or Llewellyn yet. But time will, hopefully they'll get into that. Definitely the 3 was not dropping in the first half. Like I said, 2 of 11. But still, Michigan was shooting really well overall. Then for the first half, I think they were shooting 49%, even including those 2 of 11 on threes. Hunter Dickinson got his 500th rebound today. He finished the game with 11.7 rebounds. They didn't really need much out of Dickinson. He missed some bunnies in there, but whatever, it is what it is. He also gets fouled all the time and never gets the benefit of the calls. Rarely. I would say most of the time he's fouled, and the refs just don't care. It's he's too big or something. Even he got elbow with a nice blow right to the face, got bloody nose, got a nice bruise, cut on his nose. No foul. No foul. It's I don't know if the refs really get annoyed by the fact where he gets fouled and he calls for the foul. You see him going up the floor and going and one symbol and such. And I don't know, maybe that really bugs the officials that they think that he shouldn't be telling them how to do their job. Anyways, I also got to say in the first half that Kobe Buffkin, he didn't put up a lot of points in the first half, but I thought he played really good defense. And he got a couple tip balls out of bounds and such, and he picked up a charge and such. So even though he didn't get a lot of points in the first half, I think he was really engaged defensively in this game. Jett Howards played really well, and he carried Michigan offensively. And another thing I wanted to point out was when Hunter Dickinson was on the bench just resting, it was nice to see that Michigan didn't blow the lead. They'd been doing that the first couple games where Hunter was out and all of a sudden the backups, whoever they were, just, played poorly, and there goes your lead. The lead didn't really drop when he was on the bench. In fact, when he came back in, it was a 10-point lead, something in that range, and then it got chipped down a little bit. Anyways, first half, pretty solid, right? 38-32 at half, so a 6-point lead. Okay. Still got the lead. Second half, Michigan and Pittsburgh were treated to a terribly over-officiated game, I'll say that. There were 11 foul calls in the first half, 20 in the second half. And in fact, there were, the first 3 possessions of the second half all had calls on them. Jett Howards got 4 fouls. He got 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the second half. He fouled out, probably only playing 3 minutes in the second half. Just okay. I always get annoyed by the fact that the refs who let stuff go in the first half, all of a sudden it's a foul in the second half. Players just want consistency. I think that's what you want, and it's always you get a lot more fouls in the second half than you get in the first half. And it's not even that that was doing the intentional foul or anything. That was not in this game at all because, it was a 31-point victory. There was no intentional fouling. So why is it the refs call so much more in the second half than the first? I never understand that. Never do. And I never hear any commentators bringing that up. But, big key here. Jett Howards was doing pretty well. Hit a couple threes, I think, and such. And the offense of Michigan is really clicking. I put it down here. Michigan was up 45-39. So it wasn't quite clicking yet. And Jett Howards picked up his fourth foul, the third in 2 minutes, and had to sit down. And Michigan then went on a 9-2 run for a couple minutes. Then that became a 17-5 run. Then it became a 20-7 one. Well, it's just like, wow. Michigan just really started going. And Buffkin really played solid here. He took over a bit there, just where he was making smart plays. He got to the free throw line. He had some nice assists to Dickinson. All of a sudden, yeah, that's what you want to go. And that's how you want to see him play. And I loved hearing the commentators talk about how he's finding his role. And it's really cool. He finished with 14 points on the game. Just really good on that. Baker had double digits too. See what Baker had 14 off the bench. If you can get double digits off your bench, you're going to, out of one player, you're going to be really, really solid. I love how their sets there, they throw the ball down to Dickinson, who gets doubled, and then you reverse the ball, right? You throw it out, then cross, right? A nice crossing pass, skip pass. And, there's Baker in the corner or on the elbow, and just boom, he shot 4 or 5 on 3-pointers. So excellent job there. That's what you want Baker to do, and that's what he brings to Michigan. That's what makes me so excited about this team, is they should have better 3-point perimeter shooting than they did last year. When you have Jett Howards and you got Baker, Kobe Buffkin's obviously going to be better than he was last year. You got Williams and such. It's like, all right, let's go, right? So hopefully they'll keep going. Overall, a really solid game, especially controlling the ball. They only had 1 turnover, and really it became 2 when they were both from Doug McDaniel. But then it became kind of sloppy when you had all the backups were on the floor at the same time, and Michigan finished with 6 turnovers. But for 3/4 of the game, they only had 2 turnovers, which is just great. Great. Another point about having this blowout win, you got Hunter resting, you got Jett resting, you got Kobe resting. All these guys are resting. Why? Because now they get to sit back, relax a little bit, right? And they're going to play tomorrow, the night game. So that's probably a 9:30 tip or so against either VCU or, it leaves my mind all of a sudden who it is. Sorry, I can't remember the other team. But they're going to be playing the winner tomorrow night. So back-to-back games. It's nice that they get to rest a little bit longer while the other team has to play. And, we'll see how that goes. So, obviously, there's a little interest if Michigan ends up playing former players and, that transferred to VCU, I believe. Now, man, so sorry. All of a sudden, I can't remember their names. I know I should have written them down. Brandon Johns Jr. And then, I can see him in my mind, the point guard who transferred out too, but I can't remember his name. So sorry. Someone will put it in the link below. I'll try to put it in the description too. Sorry. It just all of a sudden, he transferred out, and people are like, what's he doing? But Michigan might play them tomorrow. They have to win, obviously. Arizona State, that's who they might be playing too. So VCU or Arizona State. Great, solid game. Nice to see Michigan play a more complete game. Defensively, offensively, after Eastern Michigan was obviously much closer than anyone really wanted. And a win's a win. Michigan improves to 3-0, and, of course, they get a game tomorrow night. I don't know how it's going to go. As a teacher, I got to say I love this 6 o'clock tip. Like, woohoo, this is great. My wife's like, you're done. The game's already done? Like, yeah, 2-hour games, and, when it starts at 6, this is sweet. And but tomorrow, I don't know what time it'll be, like a 8:30 or 9:30 game. We're getting some snow here in Michigan, lake effect snow, so maybe we'll have a snow day, and I can, swing staying up late for watching that game and doing a video. We'll see how it goes. Oh, we'll see. I don't like night games like that. 8:30, 9:30 starts. Like, no, that doesn't go well with being a teacher. Anyways, guys, what do you take away from this game? Solid effort, really good. Oh, also, sorry, one more thought. The assists, Michigan just had tons of assists. I think it was 19 assists in this game. Really good ball movement. Very pleased. Excellent effort. So, let me know what you guys think. please put the comments in the box below and I'll try to respond as I'm able to. Until I see you guys next time, as always, go Blue!